Okay, ladies and germs. Obviously, we're going to talk about boxing tonight, but I did want to spend a little bit of time on the Odyssey. I saw it yesterday, went with the family. It is 3 hours. It's a very long movie. Um, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I liked the movie a lot, but I didn't love it. But I liked it a lot, though not for the reasons that everybody mentioned in the buildup about the historical inaccuracy of Indians and Asians being in Greece, uh, uh, Helen being a Nubian instead of a Greek, which is what she was in the story. That wasn't really what I took issue with. It was pacing for me because the story is being told from the perspective of Odysseus. There's going to be spoilers, so if you didn't see the movie, I might ruin it for you. But the story is being told from the perspective of Odysseus having amnesia. Once again, Matt Damon is playing a guy who's trying to remember who he is, like he did in The Bourne Identity. And I don't think they spent enough time on that. I think when they showed the Cyclops, the Island of the Giants, the Sirens, I think that it drug out a little bit too long in those areas, and they didn't spend enough time with him talking to Calypso, because the idea is he's recounting what happened up until the point he lands on the island with Calypso. That's basically what it is. But I felt they didn't spend enough time on that. There was a moral undertone that I really did like that I never took away from the Odyssey when I read it as a kid or when I watched the miniseries. I think it was on ABC. And it was a moral undertone in the sense that maybe the reason this guy is struggling to get home is because he has PTSD. He's battling demons, and he probably doesn't feel that he deserves to go home given what he did to the Trojans. That you're the reason that city fell and a lot of people died, and now that's weighing heavy on his conscience. I never took that away from any version of the story that I had ever read, but that does make a lot of sense. They kind of hinted at it when they said, like, it's almost like you don't want to go home. And another way to look at him not wanting to go home, it could have been that he was told, you're going to get home, you're going to survive, but your men won't. And, my wife said maybe he was trying to prolong that. Maybe that's the reason he really didn't want to go home, because he knew, well, if I do, all my guys are going to die. But I did like it. I did like it for the most part. As far as the stuff, what it do, kid? What it do, Joshua? What it do, round one? We out here. What it do, Vince? Um, the standouts for me were Matt Damon, certainly. I don't know why people were complaining about Zendaya. I loved her as Athena. I thought she was great. I thought she was great as Athena. But the standouts, obviously Matt Damon. That Indian actor, whoever he was, he came across like an asshole, and I think he did a good job of doing that, showing a guy who, he's sort of a troublemaker, but not really, but he's sort of a troublemaker. The standouts, though, the real standouts, I would have to say, definitely Matt Damon. He did a great job. John Leguizamo did good. And we take a lot of shots at John Leguizamo, but I felt he did good, honestly. I felt he did good. Anne Hathaway was great, and Rob Pattinson was great. Like, yeah, because you really hated Rob Pattinson in that character because he was such a bitch. He was such a coward. Anne Hathaway, she communicated, a lot of strength, a lot of femininity and strength, and she really fit the role of the queen. Who else? I liked it, Athena. I liked it, Zendaya as Athena, because there was something there in as the movie progresses that you don't know if she took that form because that's the face of a girl who he watched die after they sacked Troy, or was it a metaphor? Did she appear to him in that form because that's the face of a girl that died, or is it just that he has PTSD? He's not actually talking to Athena. You watch that girl die, and now she haunts you. It's a lot of ways you could interpret it. Shout out to Bob Saget. The Cersei scene was next level. Those practical effects were amazing. Also, the perspective shots with the iron, yeah, those were beautiful. Those were beautiful. Now, admittedly, I don't know. I'm getting old. I don't remember the Iron Giants. I don't remember if that's actually from the story. Obviously, I remember the Cyclops. Obviously, I remember Cersei. I remember Calypso, the Sirens. I remember all of that. But I don't remember the Iron Giants as being part of the story. I don't know. But it was good. Really good. Shout out to Drew. David is now crying about fighter pay, and yes, a metaphor, very clear tie in with Zeus's law about anyone can be a god in disguise. Yeah, that Drew. You know, I'll shoot you the link in a minute. What really stood out to me that Christopher Nolan did that I never saw done before in the story, maybe I just never took that away, is the sense of guilt from Odysseus that, yo, they sacked Troy and they killed all those people, and it's your fault. It's your fault because you violated Zeus's law. You know, that's from that movie. But generally speaking, that maybe a part of the reason it took you so long to go home was because you had to earn it as penance for what you did to the Trojans. Because I never heard it. I never saw the story told that way to where anybody should feel bad about what happened. That no, those were just the times. That's just the way things went. There was a moral undertone to this that I really liked. That like, yeah, you should have to earn it because you didn't have to do that to the Trojans. You should have just, you know, hey, sail home, fuck it. Now, admittedly, well, I mean, you know, not admittedly, but Agamemnon is the reason they was stuck on that fucking beach for so many years. He didn't want them to go home. So out of desperation, you know, Odysseus, his mind starts working, the gears start working, and he comes up with a way. But it's like he realized afterwards, yeah, this shit is wrong. This shit is wrong. You know, we snuck in here and the shit is wrong. Shout out to Drew. They become the villains. Yo, talk about, my wife said that, bro. She said that the people from the sea that that Penelope kept talking about was her husband and his crew. Those are the people in the sea they keep hearing about. Shout out to Joshua. Need a physical copy of this. Those behind the scenes is going to be must see. Yeah, I agree. I like the movie. As far as the stuff that people were complaining about, to address that, because, you know, we had a conversation about it in the car. I get why people are complaining. I absolutely do. That there are some things on screen that are going to take you out of the illusion. Remember, this is set to be ancient Greece before the Romans took it over. Everybody keeps saying, no, but it's not a fucking fantasy, okay? It's Greek mythology. So the expectation is that the people on the screen should be indicative of the time. They should be Greeks. Now, Greeks have melanin, for those that don't know. Greeks have melanin. If you know anything about Greece, you know it's hot as a fucking cow's balls over there. So they have melanin. They get a lot of sunshine over there. Zendaya is not out of place. Like, yes, she's got melanin and she's got a lot of fucking hair. Yeah, you could work it out to where she could be a Greek. Like, it doesn't really take you out of the illusion. What takes you out of the illusion, you know, sort of, if you let it bother you, is the Asian guy, the Indian guy, and the dude from Walking Dead. He looks like a friend of mine, actually. He really looks like a friend of mine named Buddha. Shout out to Buddha. The guy who was with Rob Pattinson, his second-hand man, the black dude. I thought he did a good job as being the part of the antagonists and the bad guys. I thought he did a good job, but I do get why someone would look at that and say it's kind of taking me out because this is supposed to be ancient Greece. Shout out to Drew. Saving David for a relay, you bastard. Where are bylaws? Where is bylaws Brim? Shout out to Bob Saget. Your thoughts on the Haiti scene? You want my honest opinion? Elliot Page did his thing. Did her thing. However you want to put it. That scene, you know, I honestly felt, yeah, Elliot Page did her thing. Was that supposed to be Achilles? Yes. Would people have accepted Elliot Page as Achilles? No. But did the actor do their job? Oh, yeah, yeah. You know, and that's just being honest that I'm a film nerd, and I went in trying to enjoy the film. So there's a lot of things that, well, I'm not going to let it bother me because it's Christopher Nolan at the end of the day. And it's Matt Damon. That's one of my favorite actors. So it's a lot of things that, yeah, I'm not going to let it bother me. It's not, for me, it's not that big a deal. But I understand where people are coming from, because that's why I never watched the Lord of the Rings thing, the series they came out with, because to me, that doesn't look like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings was inspired by Scandinavian lore, big fat white people. So if it feels like there's a lot of Caucasians on the screen, well, they're supposed to be. This is inspired by Scandinavian myths. It's not supposed to be like a guy like me or a guy like somebody else on the screen. So I get why people say that that takes them out of the illusion. I get it. I get it. Now, with this movie, it didn't bother me. Like, you guys know I talk shit about John Leguizamo all the time. But at the end of the day, did he do his thing? Yeah, I think he did his thing. I do think he did his thing. I still don't like him as a person. I still think he's a fucking crybaby. I still think he's a fucking hypocrite, because you threw your toys out of the pram that James Franco was going to play a Cuban, but you get to play a Greek. You get to play an Italian. You get to play a tranny. You get to do whatever you want. But if anybody else does anything, you want to get on a high horse and start talking shit. But he was good. Admittedly, yes, he was good. He was good in his role. I will also say, though, Joshua, he's kind of typecast, because you tell me if he's not playing in Odysseus the same kind of character that he was playing in John Wick. You tell me. You tell me right now. It was the same kind of thing. That's my man. I look out for him. I got my ass beat over him. It was the same kind of dichotomy between Odysseus and him and John Wick and him. But did he do a good job? Yes, he did. That dog looked really fucked up. That was a fucked up looking dog, man. He was good, but I still don't like him as a person. Admittedly, I don't like him as a person. I still think he's a crybaby and a hypocrite, and more so because he claims to be a democratic socialist who's also a multimillionaire. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's how it usually works with these people. You know? Yo, talk about it, Bob Saget. I did see the Canelo interview with Ariel. We're going to get into that too, bro. We're going to get it. I just wanted to take this time out to do this now because I was supposed to do it yesterday after the movie, but I ended up leaving my phone in the seat. We got all the way home, had to go all the way back, hoping the theater was open. The theater was not open. The doors were locked. Me and my daughter run up on the door just as a family is leaving out. We get in the theater. We go in the theater as the cleaner is cleaning, and thank God that I found my phone in the seat. And, because, you don't want to have to buy a new fucking iPhone, fellas. You don't want to have to go through that ordeal. Shout out to Joshua Kunju. Anne Hathaway showing what loyalty means. Yeah, she really did a good job as Penelope. I loved her as Penelope. She was great. I thought she was great. Rob Pattinson was great as an antagonist. So was his right-hand man. I really feel like it's a movie where everybody held up their end of the bargain. Everybody. Tom Holland did his thing. Tom Holland did his thing too. One thing but I will say this. I don't think that they communicated well enough that Odysseus's greatest weapon was his mind. Like there's, in the siren scene, and I told this to my daughter, the reason that Odysseus is my favorite hero of Greek mythology is because he's not a demigod like Hercules or Perseus. He's not a demigod. He's just a regular guy. And, the only reason he even went to the war was to protect his people from Agamemnon, because he knew if I don't listen to Agamemnon, they'll destroy Ithaca. So the best thing I could do for my people is submit to this fucking prick. But I felt like they didn't do a good enough job of communicating that Odysseus's greatest strength was his mind. He was a master tactician. When they tie him to the bow to hear the siren's song, it wasn't for no reason. It wasn't because it was some cool shit to do like they did in the movie. It was so it was so that the sailors, so his crew could look at him and know whether or not they were in the clear. That if he's up there bugging out and bugging out, they're not in the clear and they got to keep going. But if he calms the fuck down, they'll know they made it through. And the way they did it, he said, well, I want to be the first one to hear the song. It's like, you're not really getting it across that that was a tactic that he used to get his men through that safely. That was a tactic. They just said it like, oh, yeah, well, I'll be the first to hear the siren song. My daughter liked it. My son said it was mid. I was shocked. My son is real big on Swords and Sandals movies, but he said it was mid. My daughter liked it. She's just like me, so that's no surprise. My wife liked it. They just thought it was a little bit too fucking loud. You know, it was really loud. I paid $15 fucking for a burger, bro. Because we went to this spot where they serve you the food. You don't got to get up to get the food. You can order the food from your seat. They bring it to you. They bring you refills. It's more expensive than going to a regular movie theater. But I paid fucking $15 for a burger. I paid $16 fucking for mozzarella sticks and 16 more for fucking, it was 16 or 17 for some fucking chicken tenders, bro. Fucking bad.
Was it an AMC or a Cinemark?
No, it was Alamo, something called Alamo.
Oh, the Alamo Draft House.
Yep, that's the one.
That's a fancy one. That's a cinema kind of place.
Well, Drew, you know I'm a fucking snob. You're a snob like
yeah. We have one out here.
You're a snob just like me. I'm sure
they have a good menu though. They have a big menu.
A great fucking menu. It's just like, yo, dog, $15 fucking for a double cheeseburger.
That's just for you and the missus because they serve drinks too, all that shit.
Yeah, you know, but I usually go there with the family. Like I took them there to see the last Captain America, the Falcon or whatever the fuck it's called, and I took them and we went there for this.
Mm-hmm. No, it was a great fucking flick in terms of cinema escape. The 3 hours went by fast.
Yeah, I didn't feel the 3 hours. But I did feel. It's not that I felt the 3 hours. It's that the pacing of certain parts of the story. I think that they should have spent a little bit more time on him and Calliope, because you see how they're doing it, that she's trying to help him remember, but we don't see enough of them together. You know, like you don't, they kind of just dropped it in your lap. They're like, yo, dog, that dude has been on that island for 7 years, bro.
They had made it seem like it was a long weekend.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo, that dude been on there so he was fucking her for 7 years. Like, that's what you gotta say. He's been on it's just been them on an island for 7 years. They were fucking, you know, and you know, you kind of have to put that together. I don't think they spent enough time on that. But what I did like is I never saw the story of Odysseus told from the perspective of a man that has PTSD. And because that's what that was like. Yeah, they kept kind of telling you like, yo, that dude really don't want to go home. It could be because he's scared his crew's going to die. That's what the gods told him. Like, these guys are going to die. Or it could be because you don't think you deserve to go home. You just destroyed somebody else's. You just fucking ruined Troy. It wasn't bothering nobody over there. You know,
shut up. Go ahead.
Shout out to my man King Lopez. Nobody mentions this, but Keyshawn spars Shakur all the time. And God, that's smart. I didn't even think of that. That's why he's so confident. He knows that style. He probably touches Shakur. You know what? I never thought of that, King Lopez. I swear to, and I think I'm so fucking smart, King Lopez. And you know, you guys should send me $50 fucking because of that. You know, that's what you should do.
No, I'm sure he touches his big bro a lot.
Oh shit. We do gotta get to some boxing, but I just gotta say that, like I said, the movie's good. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7.5. I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. I liked it a lot. I felt that wait, let me say. I gotta say the last crescendo, the buildup was great. Like, you were anticipating that moment when he finally threads that fucking bow.
Yeah.
I loved. That's my favorite point in the story is when he threads the fucking bow. But Armand, I'm gonna say, I know it's not because I'm old. I'm just a fucking geek. It was cooler when Armand DeSantis did it. because when
Yes.
he did it, he like, "Hey, motherfuckers, it's me!" You know that? Like I clapped. You know what I'm saying? When
But
that,
Penelope was wet when she saw him thread it. You know she was.
oh god, that pussy was flowing, bro. That pussy flowing. That pussy water was flowing, bro. Go ahead, Herb.
I saw it myself. Now check it out. I don't know too much. I'm the first time seeing the story. I love the Jews, and I really know a lot about Troy. I've seen the little bits and pieces of Troy here and there. But um, the Odyssey, I loved it. I liked it. And I want to say something. How's the Cyclops going to eat one guy and get itis and fall asleep?
He well, what I understood about, at least what I always took away about the Cyclops, because I had that question when I was a kid. Why doesn't he just eat all the fucking sheep? And I
No,
think it's
he ate
because
one.
this. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Why does I wondered when I would read this story, why does the Cyclops get up in the morning to let the sheep out of the cave? Why does he do that? And then I figured he's rationing his food because he's alone on that island. He can't eat them all. You have to eat, you have to leave something. I think that's why he would eat one of them. He knew there was more guys in that fucking cave, bro. But he didn't eat all of them. He was rationing his food. I always took that away from the Cyclops. Like, why don't he just eat all these fucking sheep? He can, but he's alone on that island. You eat all the fucking sheep, well, that's it, bro. Sheep ain't gonna swim to the fucking island, bro. You got what you got on there. So that's what I took away from that. They did a good job on the Cyclops too, even though his eye looked like a pussy, which was kind of weird.
Nah, but when you see the behind the scenes of what it goes to make that,
Lance,
those
I
are
was
real
just
ships.
fucking around, bro. If you don't ask, you won't receive. For the chick, yo, you didn't have to do that, Lance. Oh shit, man, y'all make a motherfucker feel good.
Going
But
down the algorithm from Jules, from like those are real ships. What it takes to shoot on all IMAX, the whole thing's a lot of fucking work. So it's a
I
whole production, It's fucking
I, I,
amazing.
I like that he used, because he used practical effects for the Cyclops,
Yeah.
practical effects for the giants. He got really tall guys and put them in front of really short guys. Like, I love that it wasn't CGI. Like, nah, it wasn't. The only thing that looked like CGI was towards the end when they got to navigate away from the whirlpool. And that giant like tentacles or whatever the fuck that was. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. But that was the only thing that looked like CGI. The rest was pretty fucking good.
And he
I
said they were
love
getting real seasick, Matt Damon, because they're really in the water on the
really in the
ships.
fucking water, bro. I mean, that shit is really rocking back and forth like that. But I think it's a great movie. I think a lot of what people complained about, that stuff only bothers you if you let it. I will admit that, like I said, seeing an Indian guy up there, it kind of took like, this is Greece, and Asia, this is Greece. It would kind of take me out a little bit, but I'm like, look, if we're gonna, I'm gonna cut you guys some slack. If Troy is where Turkey is, then it's not outside the realm of possibility. If you know what Turkish people look like, it's not outside the realm of possibility that a guy might have looked like that, because certain shit is distracting. Like John Leguizamo's got a Bronx accent in this fucking thing. He's not up there, my masters. He's not up there. He's talking like a guy on Fordham Road, for those that don't know. So, but it works. It worked. It worked. But fuck him, because he's a socialist. Go ahead, country.
Those theaters are great, the ones that bring you dinner and all that, but unfortunately, no two ways about it. No matter where you go, fucking dining out is just super expensive these days, man. For real.
Country, you know what I really, you know what I hate, country? Tipping culture. I hate that. I go to Firehouse Subs. It's not like it's a fucking waitress bringing me a fucking sandwich. At the register, they want a fucking tip. A waitress in a diner, I could A waitress in a diner I can understand, but you want me to tip you for charging me money?
No, I don't do it.
I don't do it. Ridiculous, bro.
They do the same thing at Jersey Mike's, and I don't. I always hit skip on the fucking tip. I'm like, fuck that.
I try to be nice if the person is how could I put it? If they take the order in a way that I liked it and they're personable, then I'll give them $1. And I'm in there all the time, so it comes out to something, because I'm in there all the time. I go there whenever I go to the gym. But it's just, we're tipping cashiers now. That's what we're doing.
Shit. Dude,
You
I had a dude challenge me to a fight over a tip one time because I didn't
get
tip
the
him.
fuck out of here, bro.
I
Get
shit
out of
you
here.
not. I shit you not. And the worst part is I was on a date when it happened, and I had miscalculated the amount of money to bring for the restaurant. So I came up short, and I was already like hella fucking embarrassed, and I was trying to explain to the dude, look, I kind of messed up. I can maybe bring you something later on. And dude was like, but sir, we got rent. I have rent and car payments and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, all right, fine, but I can't give you what I don't have. And I'm trying to talk to the dude, and he got pissed off at me, and he's like, man, the bartender over there said you were cheap and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
No, I'll say I never tip under 15. I usually tip in between 20 to
that's my
25%.
normal rate. I usually do 15 to 18. I go within that range when I do tip. But dude got mad at me, and then I gave him everything I had, which was like maybe $2 and some change, right? And I told him, I said, look, this is all I got. I'll give it to you. I know it's not great, but it's all I have. And he's like, oh, $2 and some change, huh? He goes, yeah, you know what you can do with that $2 and some change. And I go, you know what? You're right. I do know what I'm going to do with it. I'll keep it. And he's like, oh, yeah, anytime, pal. He wanted to fucking fight me, dude. I was like,
bro, no, and I get it, but see, with servers, especially with servers, look, my heart goes out to servers. It's a job I could never even do. I can't deal with that many personalities, let alone nightly as a job. So I make sure I tip them well, but I'm tipping the cashier. I'm tipping the fucking cashier at Firehouse Subs. That's what we doing now.
I just happened to fuck up that one night. I just fucked up I miscalculated, and that was my fault. But dude wasn't hearing me, and it sucked because
he probably hadn't got some guys that angry already. Country, he probably hadn't got some pussy in a while. Like guys that irritable, like you just need to mellow out, bro. You just
Did you get a second date, Country?
No, man, I didn't have a second date with the chick because she ended up like going off somewhere else. But not because of that, but just because we just didn't like mesh. But still, it was just like, it was just fucking, it was embarrassing. And I'm trying to let you know, look, I'm already embarrassed. Don't embarrass me further. And he just wasn't having it, man. And I'm just like, oh, this motherfucker,
No, yeah, I mean, because base pay for a server is usually pretty low. So those tips go a long way. But what do you do? Drew, what do you do about gratuity? Because when I see that, I'm not cheap at all. But if you guys are going to take gratuity, there's a lot of I
don't tip.
Yeah, you don't get a tip if it's already included. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I got your tip. Fuck that.
That's why I like going to a lot of places. I frequently go. Like when I get takeout from my favorite restaurant, I tip 10% because I go there all the time. I sit down there too.
Yeah, like if I go to the typical places, an Outback, an Applebee's, a Cheddar's, a Texas Steakhouse, blah blah, those kinds of places, I never tip less than 15%, never less. Sometimes more, but never less than that. So, because I get it, like they need that. Like, yeah, they don't get paid a lot, they need that. But bro, $15 fucking for a double cheeseburger, bro. Fuck y'all. Me and my wife have a plan now. What we're gonna do. We're going to go there. We're going to sneak in with Tupperware. We're going to get the bottomless popcorn, dump the popcorn into that shit. Because they don't let you take the popcorn home at this Alamo. They bring you like a big metal bowl. You can't take that home. And, normally you go home with the popcorn, like at a Regal and an AMC, at a Lowe's. You can't in this fucking place. So we're going to take this Tupperware. We're going to sneak in with it. We're going to pour popcorn in it. Give that to the kids, then order a refill, and we're just gonna scarf down pop. Because dog, I had to have spent $100 or something on fucking food at the $100 on food. You understand? I could have took us to Outback Steakhouse and spent less than this. The fuck out of here, bro! Like, how could I end up spending more money at a steakhouse for fucking food than in a movie theater, bro?
It's insane.
Fucking nuts, bro. So David Benavidez, let's get into the boxing. David Benavidez is complaining about fighter pay because he's pocket watching Conor Ben. And that's not something that someone does when they sell a lot of pay-per-views. I'm just saying, that's something that someone does when they sell a lot of pay-per-views and when they got big gates. It's not something somebody does, man. Country, talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's bullshit. I mean, he should be more concentrating on trying to get his fights instead of complaining about pocket watching and all that bullshit. Because he's not a big draw to begin with. So I mean, what does he really got to
He's a
complain
Vegas
about?
fighter country. You know that. He's a fucking Vegas fighter country. Fucking
Yeah,
Vegas,
I mean,
bro.
what is he? He really doesn't have that much to complain about, man. He doesn't. But
Well, I think it was Drew that pointed it out on Twitter that, not only is he a Vegas fighter, but was he not the one poo-pooing on Zuffa? Correct?
Yep.
Like, yeah, you're mad that Zuffa gave him that money, but you was the one poo-pooing on them. Remember? What are the odds that David Benvenuti ends up going to Zuffa? Because you go to Zuffa, you know who they're going to want you to fight. You want Zuffa money. That's clear. That's why you're pocket watching Conor Benn. But if you go over there, you know who they're going to want you to fight. You don't just go over there and get to be over there and sit over there. You go over there, you know what time it is. Or does he strike a deal with DAZN? I think he's going to strike a deal with DAZN. He's a coward. I don't see him. I think he will put as much distance between himself and that fight with Jai for as long as he can. He's not going to do that fight, And Brim, shout out to Brim. Brim said the same thing that I've been saying. I just said it again for the umpteenth time. The IBF is going to settle.
It says bylaws Brim.
It's bylaws Brim, baby.
Yes, it is. You see my
The highlighters is out, bro. Highlighters is out.
I woke up and I saw y'all did all that. I said I should go back to sleep because y'all motherfuckers is crazy. That shit was hilarious, though. That shit was
Yo,
funny.
listen. No, but listen. You know that the thing is that there's a chance that the IBF could win the case. But that's not what it's about. There is a chance. I don't even think it's a good chance. I do think you guys shot yourself in the foot and you made this case difficult for yourselves to win because you didn't give him enough time. That's another problem. You sanctioned the fight up until 2 days before it, putting the fighter in a situation where he's already spent his money on training camp. The promotion, the fight has already been promoted. All the money's been spent and everything's gone out. And you wait up until 2 days to pull the sanction. I don't think you guys can defend that. You had already accepted the sanctioning fee. You accepted the per diem.
The fact that they accepted the sanctioning fee is where they die.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna elect, which is it's the smartest thing to do. It's the cheapest, quickest fix. Give him his belt back. Simple. Give him his belt back. That's the smartest, cheapest fix for the whole thing.
Also, Jules, in the bylaws, it does say something about unifications, but it never was stated this was a unification. The wording is important. So a lot of people were pointing this out to me. I said, you see the word unify? That's a key word there. I don't think this is going to hold weight, man. I don't think it's going to hold weight for them because they accepted the money, they accepted the terms, and people saying, well, Zuffa didn't do what they asked him to do. What was that? And what bylaw was that?
Those people arguing against Zuffa, I don't get it. You don't see me talk to them or get into arguments with them anymore because, look, you're just arguing in bad faith.
No, this person was actually we were having a legitimate good conversation back and forth because he said he hopes Ja wins, but he was making some of his points about, the fact that Dana do be talking too much.
But the shit is you can't strip a world champion of a title and the defense is, well, Dana said. That's what you're going to say in court?
What they got to do with your bylaws?
And the other thing is, the Dana said argument falls by the wayside because Dana's the one who sent you the sanctioning fee, you fucking morons. Dana said, did he send you a sanctioning fee? Yes. Did you accept the sanctioning fee? Yes. And for the majority of that promotion, as far as everybody knew, Jai Opataya included, you are sanctioning this fight. Why? Because you accepted the sanctioning fee. Period. So the Dana White said, that argument, stop.
Because find me a promoter that don't lie.
A promoter that doesn't change their fucking mind. What's the argument, fellas? That Dana White changed his mind?
Crucify
him.
Here's another thing nobody mentioned.
Hold up, Drew.
Zuffa's headlining an IBF fight in Ireland. August the 8th, Aaron McKenna.
No. Yeah, they are. But you know what the IBF's defense would be is that Aaron McKenna is not boxing for a Zuffa belt. You know that when they tried, if they actually try to, win this battle, this court battle, that's what they're gonna say. That because there was a Zuffa belt on the line. That's what they're gonna say. But even like I said, that is indefensible because if that's the case, you should have never accepted the sanctioning fee. You did not give the fighter ample time and opportunity to make a decision. He can't make that decision with only 2 days to go. He's under duress. He's already did a fight camp. Money has already been spent to promote the show. What is the expectation that he should pull out, even though as far as he knew, you guys were sanctioning the fight? You were there when you're there at the press conference, what are you communicating? You're going to sanction the fight. He can't babysit you all day and worry about fighting this fucking guy. So I think they're cooked, and I think they're going to give him his belt back just because, look, dog, do you really want to go to court over this?
You know what they're
To
going to try to
not
do
give him
first,
that
though,
belt?
Jules? I don't think they're going to try to just give him the belt back. They're going to try to have him fight the winner of the fight that's on the ace.
Yeah, like they'll find a way to fuck him with mandatories is what I would say. They're going to give him like 2 fucking mandatories back to back or some dumb shit like that. But I think they're going to give him the belt back because this is a headache that you especially, IBF, you especially don't need this because you already have an established history of corruption and manipulating your rank standings. Like that's established. So that already is a strike one on you guys that upon the inception of the IBF, that's what you guys were doing.
Also, during that whole situation, didn't they almost fold because of that shit?
Yeah.
Like I thought.
That's why they became the straight shooters that they became, because you can't afford to have that heat on your back again. That was ages ago in the Don King era, but you can't afford to have that kind of scrutiny and that kind of attention on you again. So, you see that now they're shooters most of the time, but you must have let somebody convince you that it was okay to fuck with Jai, right? You must have let somebody convince you. The WBC, they could get away with shit like that because people expect them to, but not you, IBF. Like, nah, you can't get away with that.
I think there was a knee jerk, scary reaction because everybody thinking Zuffa some big ass bad wolf or some shit. I think I think they made that it was reactionary and it didn't anything really based on their bylaws.
Yeah, I mean, because people were coming up with all these doomsday scenarios about how Zuffa's going to put the sanctioning bodies out of business. They're going to put the promoters out of business. And that's not really what they're doing. Now, they are making people's jobs harder, but the idea that they were going to, no, dog, that's just fear mongering. That's just sensationalist headlines from content creators who want you to watch their videos, journalists who want you to read their articles. That's all that is, bro. That's Y2K. Remember Y2K? You old enough, Brim. You remember that shit? Yeah, in the year 2000, the computers is all going to explode.
Rather than get some machines.
right? Shout out to Luis. Unless they made an addendum the night before that says anything in there about foreign entities prevents him from keeping the belt, easy win. I agree. Yeah, I agree. You can't give the guy 2 days, bro. You giving him 2 days to make a decision? No fucking way, bro. No fucking way. Now I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Herb, the floor is yours.
Okay, yo. What time is it in Australia right now? Because it's still daylight and Errol Spence is in the ring working out and shit. It gotta be about fucking 7 o'clock over there. Errol looks kind of, I don't know, he looks pretty good though. I don't know, I can't say.
Oh no.
Looks beautiful. It looks beautiful out there in Australia though. They fight right by the water too. Wow.
The trippy part true about Benavidez is, he doesn't want to fight Jai until way later on, and he keeps trying to mention Canelo all the time. And it's like, dude, get the shit a rest already. That ship has sailed. You're not gonna fight him. He's not gonna fight you. Whether no matter how people look at it, it's just not gonna happen. You should be fighting Jai now, and you don't want to. I saw a thing where they're saying that they were in talks, but I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or And what the, I mean, so a fight been extracted from this card, hasn't it? The Charlo fight, right? And
Has
they
it?
still want 80. I don't think they got a replacement, and they still want $80 for this shit here. But what they get with 80? Oh my god!
They're fucking smoking.
Yeah, get rid of fighters going there. Still want 80. I should have brought it down.
Yeah, they're fucking smoking. Fuck that.
And fucking Joshua fight is gonna be 60. Oh, this is ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
They just want to charge everybody for shit all the time. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, there's a lot of fights that really aren't pay-per-views at all, and they want to charge everybody for all of it. And it just makes no sense.
All right. Look at this. The Australian women look kind of hot.
Say.
Yeah, but that was my argument a long time ago. Like, what are they gonna do with these belts with the Zuffa? Like, because I know somebody like Richard Hitchens, he can't get his belt back because he moved up in weight. But they need to give John his belt back. Really do.
Right. I don't know.
Wow. This is mind-boggling. I just fucking woke up. I'm gonna be up all fucking night. How your cats is coming along, country?
Say what?
How your cats are coming along? I know they're not kittens no more. They're probably full.
Yeah, they're grown now and getting into shit. And I got an appointment for them to get fixed pretty soon, though. So after that, I think they'll calm their asses down a bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a whole night off when they get drugged up. They're gonna be drugged up at the house with a cup on their head. And you had a whole night to yourself.
Hey, that's cool with me, man. Sometimes they go a little too overboard and just like, I can't sleep because they're active at night,
They're gonna be laying around with that cup on their head stitched up at the bottom and sleeping all day, drugged up. It's like, yeah, you're gonna get lonely. The big thing on here in the trailer looks beautiful. Oh my god, wow. I'd like to visit there.
Hey, by the way, I was watching Jules Grid about Clarissa Shields. She actually made the rap music CD.
Oh my god. Some fucking rap song. Why I can't believe that.
They said Jules was saying she did like a diss track or some shit.
Yeah, she was dissing
Dude, I was losing my shit in the car driving home when I heard her say
She ain't come up with a diss track for Remy though, did she? Fucking.
Oh hell no.
She ain't come up with a diss. Like, how you gonna go in the booth and make a whole 16 bars, 3 verses for somebody that don't rap? Make it make sense, fam.
Makes no sense.
Make it make. What you think, Lisa? You're going to? Oh, I gotta go to the studio now. I gotta spit these hot 8 bars. Like, what the fuck? Go ahead.
You know what?
But
I don't want to cut you off. You know what kills me right now, though? Every dirty guy from Yonkers or Rochester that got a little Honda Civic or a Toyota to sit in and an iPhone and bars, they want to chime in on fucking Jada Kiss and 38 Special's little ongoing feud. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting out of hand.
I mean, hip, not for nothing, no Herb. Who in the shower?
Nobody's in the shower. I'm cooking a steak.
Somebody rustling.
Shit.
Somebody rustling through some leaves or something, like somebody outside, somebody else or something was good. But that shit taking me out. What is that shit? What I was gonna say was hip hop need that right now, Herb, because there's no hip hop song on the top Billboard charts right now, bro. In the last 36 years, that ain't happened in a long time. So
Yeah.
hip hop needs something to get people interested. Cause my old ass is not. Shit, I downloaded the Scarface soundtrack so I could go work out to that. Push it to the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, for real. Like I was working out to that shit today. Like hip hop don't move me. Hip hop don't move me no more because the shit plastic, bro. Like for real. Like that shit plastic. Like that shit shoot them up. Like you got nickel and dime ass motherfuckers all talking like they Escobar. Like the shit corny. Like because the shit rhyme. Shit corny, fam. Like at the very most, you sold a couple of tray bags, a shake or whatever. Like get out of here, bro. Like. You know, the shit motherfuckers say in a rap song is like, yo, I never sat down and thought about it till I was in my mid-20s. Like, yo, fam, like, y'all ain't moving keys of coke like that. That's the Colombians doing that. Fuck is you talking about? That's the Colombians and the Mexicans doing that. Y'all, you saying I'm such a super motherfucking criminal. I'm such a Gotham City ass, the Penguin, all that shit that I'm going to talk about it in a rap song, fam. If you was that guy, you wouldn't be doing that because that's incriminating evidence. Yep. Yeah, I shot the motherfucker in the face on 138 for 8th. Like, nah, you didn't do that. Because if you did that, they going to get you, bro.
Now, let me ask you a serious question, Jules. Let me ask you a serious question. What is DAZN going to do if they get all these American guys in exclusive rights, but nobody's buying their pay-per-views? Are they going to try to...
You know what happens, Drew. You don't need to ask me that. You know what happens. You know. It's not sustainable, Drew. It's just not. And somebody else broke it down yesterday. It wasn't me. That a lot of DAZN's money is now coming from not its boxing, but from its soccer content in Europe. That they got a surge of subscribers, most of which are in Europe, when they got La Liga and some other soccer league. I forgot which. And that's what's driving business for them. So when you see that so many of the boxing stuff is ending up on pay-per-view, tell me that's not what Showtime did right before they gave the PBC the axe.
Jules, it's probably the Bundesliga, which is the German league.
Bundesliga, yeah.
And you know who DAZN outbid for those, Jules, who tried to get those? Netflix and Amazon. And those are up in 2030.
And that's their money, and that's right. I didn't know specifically that was DAZN's moneymaker. I really thought it was boxing and snooker. I didn't know that. But that kind of tells the story. Like that puts a different complexion on why are there so many pay-per-views. This is exactly what Showtime and Fox did before they got rid of the boxing. They put everything on pay-per-view because they didn't want to spend any money on it. That's what that was. They didn't want to spend any money on it. It's just like, look, you want to make this amount of money, we ain't going to give it to you. If you got fans, let them give it to you. That's what that was. Now they're saying that Devin Haney is not going to Zuffa, which I think is stupid. Okay, you're going to stay the pay-per-view route and go for the maybe money if the sun shines and we're downwind and a whole heap of shit. You're going to go for that money. Okay, go fight Keyshawn. I like that fight better anyway, in fairness. I like that fight better. But shout out to King Lopez because he's the one that said it. I didn't say it. Keyshawn probably has a lot more experience dealing with a pure boxer than people realize because him and Shakur, they spar each other naked with their dicks out. If he can deal with No, but it's a valid point that he's probably sparred Shakur 1 trillion times. He knows that style. And bro, if you can spar Shakur, you can deal with Devin. I already think I'm convinced he can deal with Devin. He's young, he's fast, he's strong. They're about eye level to each other. This is not fucking Jose Ramirez, This is not fucking, it's not fucking Brian Norman, Brim. Okay? So put your highlighters away.
But like you said, Jules, there's got to be protections in those contracts. Like, okay, Devin, we're going to give you this money based on the benchmarks. Your fights hit X amount of buys.
And they're not going to hit them, Brim. They're not. Go ahead, Jules, bro. Go ahead.
Nobody's going to pay for that fight. I'm sorry. You would literally need to put up $10 million just to entice Keyshawn to take it because he's only getting 25%.
He's no. But that's if it goes to a purse bid, Ignacio. That's if it goes to the purse bid, and then based on the bid, the split is assigned. There's still enough there's still a little bit of time that you guys can reach a deal on your own terms. There's still time. But if it goes to a bid, okay, then it's definitely 75-25.
The
Indefinitely.
thing is, I'm not convinced that Haney would take that fight for less than 4.
My
to be
guy,
honest.
they're saying that Sean Zattel got invited to the cookout, and he told everybody he's going to DAZN. That's what Sean Zattel is saying right now. Devin is signed to DAZN, same kind of deal that Teofimo just took, where it's direct with the broadcaster. That's what he's saying, and it's Dan Raphael is saying the same thing. So I like the Keyshawn fight better. I don't think it's pay-per-view worthy. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be like a fucking parakeet from this point on. That's not paper. Keyshawn is pay-per-view. Keyshawn that doesn't have 20. No,
we're getting Ryan Garcia and Connor on Paramount.
Devin don't belong on pay-per-view, bro. Jose Ramirez, Brian Norman, Regis Prograis.
There's only name 3 fighters that belong on pay-per-view: Inoue, Canelo,
Anthony Joshua. Canelo and AJ. That's it. It's not it's not supposed to be more than that. All y'all can't be on pay-per-view. Y'all are only on pay-per-view because you want money you're not good for. That's why you're there. Not because you actually good for it, but because you're not. And the broadcast is not going to give it to you. No, Devin, if you want 10 million, you better get on pay-per-view because we ain't going to give you that.
And the problem is, Jules, is that these fucking cable companies keep kowtowing to these fucking guys. Because
and they shouldn't.
Why give him a deal knowing that unless it's a certain number, he's not stepping in the ring? So it's it's kind of a futile exercise trying to get these guys to fight when they're literally telling you, oh, if I don't get 3 million plus every time I fight, fuck off.
Well, I think it's because a lot of people are afraid to bite the bullet and say, okay, then don't fight. That's really
I know. Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. That, okay, you don't want to fight, don't fight. We got other guys, Go ahead, Luis.
Oh, sorry to cut you off just real quick. What's going on, fellas? How's my mic sound, by the way?
It sounds really sexy. You sound really like you just woke up. You got the wake up sex voice.
Yeah,
real sexy shit, bro.
I'm in Drew City right now. That's why I'm in LA.
Shout out to sex with Drew. Shout out to having sex with Drew. Again,
nah,
Ignacio.
Two things on the Keyshawn. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Luis. Go ahead, Luis.
All right, 2 things on the Keyshawn and Haney fight. I think Keyshawn's gonna fight the fight that Norman should have fought. That's the way I see that fight going. What he should have done, because I think Norman could have done it. I don't know what he froze in the moment. I have no idea. But on the pay-per-view stuff with Haney, I think that's the reason he won't drop that belt either. Because without that belt, nobody's gonna give him jack shit.
He's in the who needs you club. He really would be without that belt. And Bill called coach. Shout out to the coach. 3 days ago, and he told everybody that he's not going to drop the belt. So it kind of gave it away that maybe he will fight Keyshawn. I like the Keyshawn fight better not just because I think Shakur beats Haney. So I think they both beat him, but Keyshawn could do it in more dramatic fashion. There's just more potential for something exciting to happen if it's Keyshawn. And I agree that I don't think you can shake and Keyshawn is not a guy who's walking on quicksand. In other words, he's not a flat-footed fighter. He's very strong, but he's not a flat-footed fighter. If he got to keep up with Devin, I think he can. I think he can keep up with him and keep on him. So yeah, I got Keyshawn in this shit. It's not that much of a difference at all. Go ahead, Herb.
I think that, but see, because Keyshawn, his last 2 fights, he liked to drag you into deep waters and drown you later, like he tried to do with Albright, and he did it with the other Spanish guy. And I don't know if he would be able to chase Devin down that long just to wear him down, to clip him, or catch him, or nothing and shit. But I see Devin doing a lot of slipping and sliding and gliding.
No, he's gonna do a lot of gay shit. He's gonna do a lot of gay shit, but. Keyshawn, there's an intangible to Keyshawn that, look, I think just him getting that fight is going to put a battery in his back that he really want to fuck Devin up. That I don't think he's going to have the attitude for Devin and the temperament for Devin that he had for Nair Albright. You see that, it's Nair Albright. I ain't,
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna game plan. He knows when in there straight talent.
Keyshawn knows our dick is hard for somebody to beat the fuck out of Devin. We don't want to watch him.
Yeah. Like I think that getting that fight is gonna motivate him. It's gonna excite him, and he's gonna want to do something to that guy. Whereas with Nair Albright, bro, I could beat you. I don't need a fucking plan to beat you. I can beat you. Like, who the fuck are you? But if it's Devin, that'll really get his juices going. And like I said, I don't really see Devin shaking and baking him. Like, nah, this guy sparred Shakur a quintillion times.
Ryan,
he knows
he's in the ring with Crawford. He's with Crawford and Bomac before he left them. So he's seen the shake and bake. Ignacio.
Yeah.
Your boy David Benavidez wants 25 million now because he moved up 25 pounds and he saw that Zuffa money. You saw that?
Nah, I just saw that guy suing the IBF to get his belt back.
David's crying.
He's gonna get it back.
David's crying about what Conor Ben got paid, bro, saying why are they giving him that money?
No, y lo dijo en español, so nobody would know. Fucking marico. Fucking marico. Marico.
Es que Canelo no me quiere pelear. Es que yo peleo en Las Vegas.
Oh, Ignacio, Canelo pissed everybody off today. I saw Jules going with this dude on Twitter. Canelo's they're Mexican American. They're basically pochos. They're not Mexican.
No, because ellos no entienden eso. Que look, it's not just Mexicans either. It's the Dominicans are like that. I don't think Puerto Ricans are like that. They're the one people that I think are not like that. But I know that my people are like that. If I go to the Dominican Republic, you think they're gonna be like, yeah, he's Dominican? No, I'm from America. I'm North American from America, and the Mexicans are the same way. Like, I don't even get offended by it because, well, look, think about it. Only Americans do that shit where they want to be like 10 different things. Like, yeah, I'm Irish and I'm Scottish, but I'm Dominican, but I'm like, look, bro, it's fucking great. That's your ancestry. You are where you are. If I was in Texas, I would sound like Marco. If I was in London, I would sound like Chan. If I was in fucking Russia, I'd be speaking fucking Russian, right? Because you are where you at. So if I'm over here, like it hurts people's feelings because they derive so much of their identity from who their mother, their father, esa cosa. I derive my identity from how many pages on Pornhub I get to before I find a good video. Like, we're all different, bro. We're just all different. But that's not, like, nobody should castigate Mexican nationals for being that way because, honestly, most Latin American countries are that way. If you were born in North America, no, I don't really think the Salvadorians and the Guatemalans and the Nicaraguans, they're not going to look at you as being the same as them. I could go to Chile right now. They're not going to look at me as being the same as them. It's in my ancestry. Yeah, it's there. But you drop me over there, I don't even know how to fucking get around. And that's the other thing that you can take, David. You could take Ryan, especially Ryan. He's the best example. You could drop him anywhere in Mexico and he wouldn't know how to get home. He wouldn't know how to get home because you don't even speak the language, bro. So how are you going to get home? See? So no, you're not Mexican. It's okay, right? It's okay because you're not the only one. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Mexican nationals asserting preserving their own culture, for lack of a better word, like, because that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're preserving their own culture. Ryan, you're not in tune with that. David, you try to be. Credit to you. And other guys too. But yeah, Mexico's over there, and you were born over here.
If I try to preserve my culture, you know what's going to happen. I got my fucking Drew fucking talking about, yo, what the fuck you wanting for? I can't even preserve my fucking culture with this fucking guy.
What fucking culture you talking about, bro? Like, we Americans, bro.
I'm the original Native American, bro. That's why my bloodline is crazy.
Man, listen.
Bro, you American.
Don't
I am American, but I'm truly American. Like, my roots are American. Like, before the settlers.
Don't get him started.
Unless you got a picture of an ancestor with fucking like Crazy Horse or some shit.
Don't do that fake shit.
Mario Barrio.
You guys got to realize Brim was at the fucking podium with Mamdani trying to arrest Netanyahu today, okay?
No, the fuck I wasn't. No, the fuck I wasn't.
You see that shit, Jules? This fucking dude.
Yo, do you understand how fucking pretentious? You are the mayor of a city. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you're a mayor, bro. You're not the president. Well, what do you think? They don't invite you to the UN meeting. You're a fucking mayor, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Put
God.
some
Put some
Donnie's the
respect on this
definition
mayor,
of
though.
giving women power.
Got a question, Jules.
Good.
All right. If say Ryan's contract with the zone expires, and does Ryan does better as a free agent than Devin and Shakur did?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's right.
See, like Ryan, look, Ryan gives me indigestion, right? Because he's another one. I look at him as he's everything that's wrong with boxing, but he's got options on any side of the street that he goes because people on either side of the street want him. Tio wants him. Rolly wants him. Devin wants him. He goes to the other side. Shakur wants him. He can get money either way. He could go to Zuffa and get the guys on the zone to come to him. He could do that. He could work it out. Ryan
Bro,
is
boner, bro.
yeah, honestly, and him and Broner would do numbers as ridiculous and stupid and childish. They would do numbers. Those two guys, they absolutely would. So Ryan is in the strongest position of all the JV fighters. Like, yeah, he's in a very, very strong position. And he's not the one that needs the Haney rematch. You know what I mean? It's not like he's the one that needs that. Devin needs that. Not Ryan. Could never fight Devin again, and he'll be cool in a game.
Think of this though, Jules. If Tio's getting what he's getting for a fight, Devin, they're gonna need Tio and Devin to fight each other and sell over 600,000, 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Drew, they're not. They just don't have collectively. Yo, dog, that at the very most, and this is me being nice. That is a 200,000 pay-per-view buy fight.
No, it's not.
It's not even that, Broom.
No, it's more than
nice.
that.
Hell no.
It's more
You
than
think
that. It's more than that.
You
gotta remember the first.
That's why I can't fuck with Brim sometimes. He's an Indian.
No,
He just fought Shakur, Brim. What were the numbers? He just fought Shakur.
You said Tio? I thought you was talking about. You talking about Tio? I thought you was talking
Tio
about
and Devin. Tio and Devin.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Tio. You talking about Devin? I thought you was talking about Devin and Ryan. I'm sorry.
He said that if they signed Devin to the same kind of deal that they just signed Tio to, and they tried to make a fight with them, they would need to clear 600,000 pay-per-view buys. I'm saying,
sorry. Y'all right. I thought you were talking about Ryan and Devin. I apologize. So you have to.
Right. And I'm saying that fight at the most is 200,000 pay. If that, like, yo, people don't care about Tio. Like, you gotta stop. They don't care about him, bro. Like, I'm just being real. And Devin, Devin is gay, bro. Like, fucking nobody cares about that guy. Get the fuck out of here. Like, the real problem is, I hate the way that they mismanaged the situation. Because if you provided these fights to the American consumer as part of a regular schedule, you would get millions of views. You would. If you did Devin and Tio, for example, on Paramount Plus, just as an example, on a big platform like that, I promise you 2 to 3 million people are going to watch that fight. It's all about how you package it. But people don't care enough about Tio to be paying $80. Like, nah, they don't fuck out of here, bro. This dude, no. And Devin, let's pay $80 to be fucking bored to death and look at a fucking jet. Like, seriously? Come on.
Or you make it a part of a TNT fight. Okay, you guys, whoever wins will get a fucking 8-figure payday. Okay.
Yeah, those guys can draw attention, but not on pay-per-view. And it needs to be said by the customers, by us, more than anybody, because the boxing scribes aren't going to say it. If you just went off of boxing news, you probably wouldn't even know how big this problem is that people are not buying these fights. They're not. You hear the journal, you read the journal, a big fight, a big star like Tio? Big star? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Fucking WBA champion and boxing superstar, Rolly Roman. Like, what are you talking about?
Hold on. You guys said something the other day, right? You guys were talking about a big fight, and you guys hit the nail on the head the other day when I heard that video we made with Vargas' son, and he was taking sides with Conor Benn. That would be a huge fight if they build him right, man. I think you guys hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
and Vargas kid.
Yeah, Emiliano, that would be, that hits the right notes for the right people, the lineage there, pero también the parallel between Oscar, even though Ryan's not related to Oscar, people kind of look at him as the new Oscar. He's nowhere near as good as Oscar was.
You said Timu Oscar, right? Timu Oscar.
He's just not like Oscar. Look, Oscar was a lot of things. He does a lot of gay shit, but I wouldn't fight him. Like, nah, Oscar was fucking people up, bro.
Fishnets on.
He was beating the shit out of motherfuckers. But there is a parallel there between Oscar and Fernando El Ferros and Ryan and his son. Like, yeah, that could be big, man. That could be a big fight. Emiliano needs more time though, because he's not where Ryan is right now. He does need more time, like another year and a half, 2 years. Then, but not now. But yeah, that could be a very big fight.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's that good, man.
Emiliano.
Yeah, la neta, I don't think he's that good, bro.
Posiblemente.
He's okay.
Espera. Posiblemente, pero Ryan is not actually that good. He's just that popular. He's not that good. He's just that popular. If you guide him right, like, look, I don't know how good he is or he isn't. I'm the jury's out for me on Emiliano. I really don't know how good he is or isn't. He's got to fight somebody that we know,
But he's at your 20 fight mark, right? He hasn't hit.
He is, Drew.
Oh, he is.
He is. Go ahead, country.
Could he be any worse than Ryan? And B,
the thing is that wait. Ryan does have certain things. Like, Ryan has size, country, because he's always been very big for lightweight. He's got speed. He's got that left hook. I like Emiliano. I've watched all of his fights. He fights well, but who are those people? Like, who the fuck was that? Fuck was the last guy?
Here's how you work that, though. Here's how you work that. You have Oscar and Fernando involved. You have them. They have the sons talk a bit of shit, and then you have Oscar and Fernando get involved in the press conference, exchange a few words, and then they're both in their sons. Both in their corners.
The problem with that country is by the time that fight is ready to put in the oven, Ryan may not even be with Oscar. You see what he just said?
You're right,
and he'll be at middleweight by then.
Yeah, like, you see what he just said, that I got one more fight. And I kind of I do kind of believe it, because look, if you look on that poster, it don't say nothing about no Golden Boy. It don't say shit about Golden Boy.
Now interview, Jules, he took your relay talking points after you did the fucking Oscar clapback shit.
I'm saying, but I think, not for nothing, I do think Ryan, it's because of the thumbnails. Like, I try to make them look really gay and stupid so that if they see it, they might watch it.
Like, I think he would respond. Someone got to yell Victor Volvova out to him. Like, he probably heard that before.
I think I really have a suspicion that he's watched at least a couple of it, because I'm really disrespectful and offensive, and people respond to that. And I'm gonna call him the Victor Volvova one of these days and see what he says. But yeah, like.
Top Ranger saw Frank Moore. What about Emiliano and Frank Moore?
That's a fantastic. No, that is a fantastic acid test. That is, that it also says a lot about the state of the PBC that they funneled him over there. Because look, the PBC's got to deal with the zone, like Top Rank's got to deal with the zone. Why go to Top Rank? And it's because look, they got more stability right now, even now, than the PBC. You over there at the PBC, you don't know when they're gonna get you out. You don't know where they're gonna get you out. They just doing what they can over there. David gonna leave them. David gonna leave them, bro. He is, like, I already see it.
Yeah, he going.
I thought he was a Vegas fighter.
He about to go out.
No, he need lawyer money right now.
No, well, that too. But the main thing is, since the zone is working direct with the fighter now, they're doing the old Showtime shit and the old HBO shit, because HBO used to do that shit too.
You think that's a good thing?
I think it's out of desperation. Desperation. Look, I don't think Zuf is going to take over boxing, but right now people are nervous. If you don't lock these fighters into a deal, you know where they're going. Who's paying the best money in boxing right now? They are. They gave fucking Conor Benn $15 million to fight Regis Prograis.
That's crazy.
That's fucking gonzo. Like, what is wrong with y'all? You crazy? So Shakur's fucked. If Devin goes to Drew, you're not gonna like that part. Shakur's fucked. What's Zuffa gonna do for him?
I'm happy. He's fucked. Good.
No, I'm just saying that the whole Zuffa, they're gonna do the shit they're gonna do. Well, look, Shakur, you don't got no. I guess you gonna fight Rayo.
Blair Cobb.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, who you gonna fight? There's nobody. Rayo over there.
You're right, though. The consumer is dictating right now because they hear the chatter. That fucking DAZN writer, you know who he is on fucking Twitter. Like they're seeing, like, bro, why are we getting DAZN? You're gonna put all the fights we really want. You're gonna sell them to Netflix. You're gonna sell them to Paramount. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, like, what is the point? You know, and you said this. We all said this at different periods in the last 6-7 months. If Joshua Fury goes to Netflix or Paramount, right? Okay, why do we have DAZN again? So we're gonna pay DAZN fucking $60 to watch AJ tune up, but the big fight, we don't gotta pay nothing for that, and it's on a different platform. So what do we need from DAZN? To pay for Moses Itauma versus Felipe Hergovic? That's what we doing?
Every Moses and Boots fight, now is gonna be a pay-per-view.
No, and they better kick some, like, listen, all right? I'ma fuck with your boy. I'ma fuck with him. He better be in a unification match next. That's the only way I'm paying. I'm not paying for mandatories. No, sir. I'm gonna start stealing shit. Yes, I am. I'm gonna start stealing shit.
Yeah, let the New York come out of you.
I'm telling you, I gotta start stealing shit, bro.
DAZN talked all this shit about having Fury. They're saving this fight for Netflix tomorrow.
No,
they're not even airing it.
Oh, right, for the special, right, for the reality TV shit. Yeah, you know, and it seems that DAZN has become a feeder system for bigger broadcasters because Ryan and Connor is on Paramount. Joshua versus Fury, until further notice, looks like Netflix is getting that.
Which goes to what you're saying, that DAZN might be positioning themselves to get bought or get supplemented.
That might be the only way that Len Blavatnik could get something out of this, bro. That might be that if they get absorbed by somebody bigger, which wouldn't be a bad thing, by the way, but you know that we would probably, like, say Netflix absorbed DAZN, you probably would have to pay some kind of a premium, right? You think?
Yeah.
You would have to pay a premium
because all those sports, those rights, the subscription will go up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, like, you pay fucking $15 and you have to give us a urine sample, you know, to watch the boxing, you know, but that would be an ideal situation. Go ahead.
And Mr. Yellow's gonna bounty me. How many lady boys a night are Joseph Parker and Fury fucking while they're
that's there? What you know that I think that's what you know that I really think that's what they're out there doing.
If you see them dancing, they're fucking being homos out there.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I don't. When all the old white guys, no disrespect to my Caucasian listeners, but I'm just saying, when you see an old white guy that like going to Thailand, yo, what's in Thailand besides lady boys? It's rain,
food.
Leaves, and lady boys. That's what's out there. Rain, leaves. If you would have said Manila in the Philippines, I could see. If you would have said
Japan,
I could see. If even Vietnam is becoming a tourist destination. Even Vietnam is becoming a tourist destination. But in Thailand, like, yo, it's only a couple of things in Thailand. Ong Bak and lady boys. That's what's in Thailand. You remember Tony Jaa?
Yeah.
That's what's in Thailand, bro. Ong Bak and lady boys. So I know you ain't out there to be fucking with Ong Bak. Must be out there for the lady boys. So
they got women in Thailand too, Jules. I mean, it's not like they don't, but
they have a lot.
They're
known for lady boys.
Hold on, I gotta go bother my kids. Give me a second.
And how many times do you hear Tyson Fury talking about other men's Corys?
I honestly think fucking Parker and Fury is sniffing cocaine off their asses.
Yeah, I was gonna say dicks, but all right.
The crazy thing, Ignacio, you got to hear that interview of Benavidez in Spanish. He's like, I went up 25 pounds and and they're paying this guy fucking $15 million to be a fucking co-main and blah blah blah. Oh my god, bro, it's fucking hilarious.
What a whiny ass little bitch!
Yeah,
I swear.
Guess what that means, Drew? He has a horrible manager.
Well, that's what happens when you confide in the snake oil salesman known as fucking Samson.
The guy looks like he has a chain with testicles on it. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, bro.
To me, fucking Samson reminds me of my uncles in the 80s. They used to go out to the club looking like that.
That fool looks like my aunt.
Oh wow.
I'm not kidding either.
That's scary, man. That's kind of scary.
Yo, what is the possibility of AJ getting knocked out? How confident are you that he won't get knocked out? Actually,
I can't imagine that they would put him in there against a dude who's got real power. I know the guy has a shiny record, but I was looking at his resume. He ain't fought nobody really worth a damn.
no, I know that, but I'm just like he hasn't really got hit after the fact anymore. That's the only reason. That's I'm like,
no, yeah, like
I don't know how I feel about that.
We gotta see what he does in the first few rounds of that fight, because who the fuck knows where his psyche is at right now?
You talking about Errol?
No, AJ.
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, AJ. AJ. I mean, AJ's fight. I haven't given it a thought, bro. That the guy's fighting an Albanian club fighter, bro. Like we can't. You know, he's gonna carry him. Like I'll tell you, he's gonna carry him for at least 2-3 rounds because he needs the rounds. You know, all you did was play around with Jake Paul for a minute. He legitimately needs rounds, so he can kill him quick, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's gonna carry him. The fight that I can't call it is Spence and Zoo. I'm trying, but I'm like, I can't call it. I don't know what.
Jules, I'm not convinced that motherfucker after 3 years is all of a sudden gonna outclass him. I mean,
I don't
just
know.
don't see
I
it.
saw them at the face-off, and you know he looked a little taller than Tim. Looked like he had a little bit of height on him and a little bit of length.
You sure it's not that haircut?
Bigger than him.
I just want to know what's going to happen when he kicks a punch, Jules. That's it.
And that's the main thing, Drew. That if he gets hit, can he? Because I'm saying, dog, like Tim hit hard. Tim got flaws. Tim gets hit. Tim loses fights. But can the dude crack? Yeah, he can hit hard. You see what he did to Sebastian in just a round. Yeah, the dude whole shit was open in just one round. And what Paulie Malignaggi said is true, that Jeff Fennick is not going to have Tim out here boxing and shit. Like, nah, he ain't going to have him on his toes. He ain't going to have him boxing and shit. He's going to have him trying to, get rough. And really, that's what he should do. Like, if the dude ain't fought in 3 years, jump on him right away. Don't even let him get comfortable.
And he's
jump
already down on the cards, Spence.
Yeah, rob his ass.
Am I the only one that thinks? Am I the only one that thinks that Errol Spence is punch drunk, bro? Have you heard him talk, man?
I don't. I have, and I could see why someone would say that, but didn't he always talk that way?
Honestly, I think it's the booze more than anything else,
different, bro.
It was the lean and the booze, Jules. Doing all
Well,
the
he does, yeah, but also he said this, and whether or not you want to believe it, it's up to you. He said the veneers that he got are too big for his mouth. And and when you listen to Javante, he sounds punch drunk, but he's another guy who's wearing those. He does sound gay, but he also sounds punch drunk and gay. And he's got those big dentine chiclets.
You know who else is going to get fucked up?
He's got big ass Mr. Ed teeth.
Yeah, he's got those dentine chiclets, bro. So I don't know. Like, could a guy really be punch drunk from one ass whooping? Yeah, I guess it's possible. Yeah. Right?
I mean, Jules, we've seen guys get beat down in one fight and they're never the same again. So it's totally possible Errol could be in that club.
Yeah, and he only has, the other thing is, I didn't realize it until today that in the last 5 years, he's only fought 2 times, and one of them was an ass whooping. From 2021 till now, 2026, he's only fought 2 times. And that's why I can't call it. That's why I can't call it that, a dude that fought 2 times in 5 years and he ain't fought in 3, and he's fighting on Saturday, and he's going to win?
And he's fighting 2 weight classes above where he fought.
And Stephen Fulton getting his ass kicked too? I think he is.
Oh, no, I got him losing. Liam Wilson's going to win that fight.
Liam Wilson's about to put his paws on him. That's for damn sure.
He's a big guy, bro. That dude is that's the dude that dropped. That's the dude that dropped Navarrete, bro.
Yeah, I seen that for you.
So yeah, I got Liam winning that one. With Errol, Goodfellas said that Errol is on roids again. So that's kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Why would a motherfucker think about it? Errol ain't start boxing yesterday. You know, motherfuckers get punched right in their face. Why the fuck would you be fighting now if you didn't? if you didn't have something to help you, you know, like, yeah, you got to get back on them roids, homie. You gotta go peptides and roids and gas station dick pills, whatever you could get your hands on. You got.
Shit, I got Earl winning that, man.
I
Hold
don't
on.
know,
Fucking
man.
Jules, what's next? Honey packs?
Yo,
Hold on. Who on Errol Spence's resume can Tim Zoo not beat?
I think he beats
Shit,
everybody on
Crawford.
I think, no,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
Crawford.
cool, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but is Crawford on Errol's resume or is Errol on
I mean,
his?
he is. Oh yeah, that's true too. I think
It's Errol on his resume, bro.
Tim Zoo knocks out Mikey Garcia.
But no, yeah, like Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter,
this is why I
Yordelis
have Tim
Ugas.
Zoo, man.
You got Tim Zoo over Sean Porter?
I got
Yeah,
Tim,
I think,
do.
bro. Yo, wait, don't do that. Kel Brook came here and beat Sean. Kel did that.
Porter
You
beat
think
Porter
Tim
be
Zoo
running
can beat
into
Kell
uppercuts.
Brooks?
Yo.
What it do, Fig? Say it again. Say it again, Trey.
I say you think Tim Zoo beat Kell Brooks?
That's a good fight.
Ah,
Right.
wait.
Hell no.
No.
Pre-Golovkin ass whipping, I think that's a closer fight than it would be.
That's what.
after.
That's.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Give me the Kell Brook that fought Gennady, and give me Tim Zoo that beat Terrell Gausha and
The one that knocked
Kell
out
Brook.
Fedor, what's his name?
Kell Brook wins. Kell Brook wins.
Yeah,
But I'll
Kell
tell you
Brook
what. But let me tell you something. That's not the Kell Brook that Errol fought. The fuck?
No.
That's not the Kell Brook Errol. Kell Brook got Golovkin Brook. Fucking Errol got Golovkin Brook. Smashed eye bone Brook that needed eye surgery. So it's
They
like
hyped up that win crazy too. Oh man.
but if what's in a time machine, if you give me the best version of Brook, and I'm not gonna go with Sean Porter Brook because that was 147 Brook. I'm gonna go with Golovkin Brook. The Brook that fought Golovkin and was giving him hell, that Brook can beat Tim Zoo. That Brook, that Brook can beat Tim Zoo.
Porter better than Tim Zoo.
Yo, get out of here, bro. Get out of What is that based on? What is that
better
based?
than
Yo,
Tim
Fig. You
Fig,
got to tell me what that's based on. What is that based on?
Bro, Sean Porter knew multiple styles. He could come forward and brawl.
Okay,
He could
what?
be on his
Who did he
toes,
beat? Who
boxing
did he
the next
beat?
moment.
Okay, who he beat?
He was the fucking last motherfucker to get Usyk an L. Why we acting like Sean Porter was?
Oh
my
my
Adrian
god.
Broner.
Bro,
PAP.
if Sean
In a
Porter
three
had- Sean Porter
round
was
amateur
hitting-
fight.
I always
tell you
thought
right now,
Fig
Sean
was on
Porter
drugs,
was
man. I
hitting
always
like
thought Fig was on drugs.
If Sean Porter was hitting like
That's
Spence,
what happens. That's what happens
Thurman.
when you. That's what happens when you put fucking honey packs in your Hennessy. You end up saying shit like that.
You sound like you was
Y'all
smoking,
think
bro.
Sean Porter
Clear-
disrespect
I think
Ethan.
Sean Porter better too. Though.
Clearly,
Sean
George.
Porter
I don't.
disrespect Ethan.
I don't.
Clearly, George Bush's Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind didn't happen to Fig.
Yo, somebody got left behind with that one, bro. Cause
Fuck out of here. Y'all motherfuckers got left behind as well.
Man, Fig got
y'all-
don't know what that. In all seriousness, who Sean Porter beat?
He's using an amateur fight.
He got a win on Danny. I actually thought Danny won. He got a win over Ugas. I thought Ugas won.
Ugas won to Mario Barrios, bro.
Ugas beat old ass
Yo, that's
Pacquiao.
fucking crazy.
Nigga, Mario Barrios couldn't beat old
You don't
ass
see,
Pacquiao.
you don't see. That's like pouring dog shit. You know what you doing? You pouring dog shit on top of cat shit. That's what you do. Taking the dog shit.
Come on, he had
putting
a
it on the
old
cat
champion
shit.
Pacquiao. That ain't the worst win in the world. That's a Hall of Fame win right there.
Yo, them dudes. Yo, look, I like Sean. I'm not gonna say this about him. I like Sean, but Ugas sucks. Danny sucks. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't think any of them.
You don't think Danny sucks?
I'm not in that. I'm not in that camp. I'm not in that camp that thinks that PBC, all the PBC welterweights was ass just because Crawford.
Ain't nobody
I think
said that,
Danny
but-
sucks.
What did
Yo,
Danny
yo,
do? What did Danny do at 47?
Yeah, what did he do?
Shit, he had close fights. He fucking lost.
Losing
Bam Bam Rios.
Yo, can I tell
He had a very close fight with top
I'm gonna
competition.
tell you what Danny is. Danny is Gabe Rosado without the tattoos, bro. That's Danny. Yeah, that's Danny.
Don't do that to Gabe, bro. Don't do that to Gabe.
I'm not doing that to Gabe. I'm doing that to Danny. I'm doing. Gabe got hard.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do it to Gabe.
No, bro.
Fig, you think
He
Danny's a
beat up
Hall
a
of
whole
Famer?
bunch of old legends at 40.
You think he's a Hall of
He
Famer?
beat Amir
So that
Khan.
don't count. What he did at 40 don't mean shit at 47.
He knocked
I'll
out
tell you what
Amir
he did. I'll
Khan.
tell you what he did, Drew. He beat
Canelo
high
knocked out
blood.
Amir Khan. Y'all motherfuckers lazy.
He beat high blood sugar Eric Morales. That's who he beat. And he
Right.
beat
Yeah.
he beat high cholesterol Zab Judah. Cause you fought a bunch of old motherfuckers at 140. That's
They
you
was
fought.
experienced
Zab,
champion level motherfuckers, legendary motherfuckers.
All right, if that's the
Zab
case,
would've knocked his ass over.
yo, no. If you gonna do this cartoon ass shit, Fig, because that's what you doing the cartoon shit.
I mean, it's good for Bam.
No. You doing the cartoon shit? Okay,
It's good for Bam.
it's good. No, it's good for Tim. It's good for Tim. He only needed one fight with Tony Harrison. Charlo needed two of them bitches. Tim only needed one. If we gonna do that goofy shit,
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Tony Harrison been knocked out multiple times by that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Zab.
Motherfuckers not gonna sit here in 2020. Motherfuckers not gonna sit here and sell me in 2026. Try to sell me Danny fucking Garcia. No, sir, bro. No,
bro.
Danny Garcia not a bad fighter.
Fig
I ain't
like
saying
to
he's
argue,
the best
man.
on Spence resume. He not a bad.
Danny
fucking
was
name,
fucking.
bro.
Then what did he do, bro?
He did.
And
He
he
did like a
said-
2-division champion or some shit.
And he said, "Here I
beat
come with
fucking
that
Morales,
bullshit."
got Zab Judah on his belt.
He made a wrestler.
He had real close.
You gotta go back. You gotta go back to the Bush administration for Danny's last solid win, bro. The Bush
Clinton.
administration.
And Spence beat the fuck out of him easy, and then Spence beat Ugas. Then he beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean?
So you're
Spence got some
counting all
names.
he
I
did
think
at
all them
40.
people better than Tim Zoo. Like what did Tim Zoo do?
Danny
Nah.
Garcia
Tim
wasn't
Zoo,
a,
let's
Danny
let's
Garcia wasn't a
let's
name
ask
at
the question.
47.
Tim Zoo came to America and got in a regular size ring and got dropped in the first round by Goucher. Then took motherfuckers to Australia and put them in a 16 by 16 foot ring and started.
If we gonna do that, Tim Zoo did a better job on Terrell Gachet than Laura did. Tim Zoo beat the fuck out of Terrell Gachet. Laura fought that motherfucker like he had anthrax. If we gonna do that. Now don't bring up the size of the ring, neither. No, because I don't know if you playing or not. I think you playing. Danny lost to motherfucking Mauricio Herrera. What are you talking about, bro? Is Mauricio a goat or something? Like,
I mean,
Ain't he a teacher?
Keep bringing up Danny. I mean, I thought we was past Danny. It's
no, I'm not doing that.
Why we boiling Spence resume down to Danny Garcia?
Because it's what else is on there? What Lugas? What did Lugas do?
Lose to Mario Barrios.
He fought an old Manny Pacquiao that ain't fought in 2 years. That's what he did. An old Manny Pacquiao. And Jeff Horn did it better because he made Manny bleed. Them dudes suck, Fig. Them dudes suck. That's the moral of the story.
Ugas had Manny drinking out of a straw. I think Ugas did it better personally.
That wasn't Ugas that did that. That was before that.
That was
Ugas had him drinking out of straw. He was eating applesauce and shit. Jinky was feeding him applesauce. He was on nursing home.
Yo, listen, bro.
That's what Filipinos do, bro.
Did you hear the news, Jules?
What?
They greenlit Days of Thunder 2.
Really?
Yeah, Tom.
You
Cruise
talking about the old Tom Cruise shit?
He's coming back. He's rebooting it, part 2.
I mean, we'll see, bro. Like you know, Tom looks old now. You know, like looks.
But
old
I think
now.
they did that. Did you watch F1? I think he got inspired seeing Brad in F1 and like, let's do it. Let's do another one.
No, that and there's really a market for non-superhero movies right now. Don't you see that everything that's not a superhero movie is buzzing? Obsession, fucking Odysseus.
Oh, my dick got hard with that Jessica Chastain horror movie.
You read my mind, bro. Like that bitch don't scare me. I'd have seen her under that table. I'd have pulled my dick out. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Come here, mommy.
You know what I'm saying? But that looks like a good movie too.
And it's shot in the house. They didn't go anywhere. That's like they shot it at the house.
There's like another scary movie coming out that's supposed to be like based on a kid's show. It's like some Barney type shit. That looks pretty fucking good. It's supposed to be a scary movie based on a like Barney and Friends type show.
It does sound cool. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is with kids and horror, but it's like a great combination. Like,
it's because of the fear in the child. You know that a lot of people are atheists. And I talked about this a while ago that a lot of the scary movies in the past were centered around religious themes because people in that era were more religious. They were more God-fearing people. Whereas now a lot of people are atheists, they're agnostic. So the religious themes, the demonology, it doesn't strike a chord the way that it used to. So a lot of the scary stuff, it has to be situational, you know, fucking homicidal maniac, or that movie about the deaf girl that the burglars are trying to get into her house. I think it was called Whisper. A lot of the horror movies now is situational, you know, and it, you know, it works. It works to a degree. Obsession, that's one of the best scary movies I've seen in a long time. I love that fucking movie, man.
Yo,
I'd be fucking that broad though. Yeah, I'd be fucking that broad.
You know, a movie's retarded. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sure, wouldn't it be better if, like, since more people were atheists, to have movies around that? Because, like, the characters don't believe, like, what the fuck's going on. It's like
no, because it doesn't. No, for the audience, Fig. It's not gonna. They're not afraid of it. Like when Exorcist came out, right? You know, Exorcist seems so tame by today's standards. But when that movie came out, there was a large section of the American populace that was Catholic. A lot of them that were Christian, Protestant. There were a lot more God-fearing people in the country when that movie came out. Now you have people that are not Christian at all. Some of them are Muslim, some of them are atheists, some of them are agnostic, etc., etc. So those themes just ain't gonna move people the same way they did. Like, not because they don't believe in that shit. It's not gonna scare them. It's gonna seem corny to them. So you got to show them different shit, like sex shit. Like, what if you had a horse that had a hard dick? What if you had a horse that had a really hard dick?
Oh, you atheists ruining horror movies for the rest of us.
You ain't gonna finish that sentence, bro.
Well, what's scarier than a horse outside your house with a hard fucking dick and he wants to get in the house? Obviously, you're not gonna let him. You know, so a lot of stuff is really situational now. But yeah, they're sort of moving away from religious themes, even though Obsession was sort of demonology. They didn't play up any Jesus stuff, any angels, devils, those kinds of themes. It was like spooky stuff, but not traditional stuff, you know, because people just don't go for that anymore.
Like End of Days was a decent one.
It was okay. I liked it. I liked it. Denzel's one where the guy kept singing to him. Time is on.
Oh, with the cat at the end where he goes.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good movie.
Bro, I was walking all through Harlem singing that shit because of that fucking movie. Bro. Time.
What'd you think of that stupid Bird Box movie, bro?
Right?
I thought that was retarded.
Bird Box was I felt Bird Box, honestly. I think about Bird Box what I think about Stephen King, and it's that this is hack writing. You're not going to show us. You're not going to show us what they see, are you? You're just going to leave that to our imagination because you're a fucking
like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, it pisses me off. It's like for me, it feels like you're writing an incomplete story and an incomplete character, and you're relying on cheap thrills to engage the audience, and I don't appreciate that. I'm watching the whole fucking movie, wondering, are they going to show me what the fuck these things are? And they're not. The fucking bastards. It's like they're not. Like we're never gonna know what the fuck the bitch saw. It's like, oh, this is a cop out. It's a sophisticated cop out, but it's a cop out. You're never gonna show the audience what's the big fucking deal. It's bullshit.
Right.
Yo, Jules, you guys were talking about some horror movie right now. I was gonna say, did you ever watch In a Violent Nature?
With Viggo Mortensen, yeah, that was a good movie.
No. This is a movie that came out a couple years ago. It's like a slasher film where this dude goes into the woods and fucks up all these dudes that were in a cabin, like out in the middle of nowhere, and he's fucking wearing like a flour bag with 2 eye holes in it, and just basically killing motherfuckers left and right. It's pretty sick. There's a part 2 that's coming out this year.
I'll watch it. I love a good horror movie. Horror.
Those like Strangers?
No. This shit was way better than Strangers, bro. It's called In a Violent Nature. Watch it.
I watched
the Strangers one. That girl was like 5'2", you could have kicked off the damn swing. I don't know. It
I
didn't do it
saw
for
that.
me.
I saw that they're rebooting X-Files. Ryan Coogler's doing it. I'm kind of excited. Kind of. We'll see. You know, because he's got an Indian guy
Is
playing
Michael B.
Mulder.
Jordan gonna be fucking? Is he gonna be Mulder? And then Tessa Thompson's gonna be Scully.
Shit. Gonna be like 5 different characters.
Oh shit. They get along, bro. Like Tarantino's like that with certain actors. Like Tarantino does that.
Yeah, Tarantino loves like Harvey Keitel and fucking John
loves Harvey
Travolta.
Keitel, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, so Tessa Thompson is gonna be Scully.
Yep.
Oh shit. That took me out, but I'm gonna give it a chance just because I like him as a director, Ryan Coogler. He's a good, I saw the Odyssey, like I said, and I saw it on the premise. Look, I know a lot of people are saying a lot of shit, but Christopher Nolan has never let me down, and he didn't let me down yesterday. Like, no, it's a good movie. I don't love it, but it's a good movie. It's not my favorite of his movies. It's not in my top 10. No, it's in my top 10 Nolan movies, but it's not in my top 5. But it was a good movie. It was good. It was done.
It was worth watching.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It's
right.
You'll leave saying no, it was really good. Like it is really good. It's
All right, Jules, keep it real. Was it 3.5 hours? 3.5 hours good, or could they have chopped off a few, like 20, 30 minutes?
I'll say
3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours. I didn't feel the 3.5 hours, Ignacio. In fairness, I didn't feel it. But to your point, there were scenes that I thought drug on too long. That not because I'm bored, not because I'm sleepy, but I'm saying that the way you told the story, if the idea here is that he's on the island with Calypso and she's trying to jog his memory, I felt like we should have seen more of that, because there were certain parts that they just went on for a long time, like the Cyclops part that went on for a long time in the movie. Like it could have been shorter, like, in other words, the thing with the Cyclops, when he gets to the island with the armored giants, that didn't last long. Before you knew it, them giants was beating the fuck out of them, and they had to leave. Like, yeah, we got to get the fuck out of here, bro. But the Cyclops part, it went on a little long. Cersei's part seemed about okay, but yeah, it's 3.5 hours, but you don't feel it. It's good. Like, it is good. It was.
Then
good.
that means it was a good movie, because usually the movies that drag, those are the ones that you should have cut time off of it.
Yeah, like you won't feel it. Like, and you're very much you're engaged with what's going on. Like, you'll trust me, you'll like it. I give it a 7.5. It could be an 8, but yeah, 7.5. Like, it's a good movie. You will like it. It is engaging. And he did a good job.
For you.
Good.
I got a question for you. What are the kind of plots that interest you the most in a lot of movies?
Double meanings, which is why I'm a fan of Nolan. There's a lot of there's movies that are written in such a way that you watch it the first time and that's just the surface level stuff, and then upon watching it again, there's more going on. That's why I like The Prestige. It left you with a question. When Hugh Jackman does this trick, is he dying every time he does it, or is he killing someone every time he does it? And you don't know. Like, I still don't know. Like, was he making a decision to die every night just to do this trick? This dude is sick, bro.
In country, that feels like Jules is asking the question, and you hear the da da da.
No, The Prestige is the shit, though.
Yeah, The Prestige is my
shit. You ever see this movie called Platform on Netflix?
Platform? Nah. What's it about?
It's like this guy wakes up and he's on this platform, and all these people are on these different platforms on different levels. And in the middle of it is like this big hole, and every day the food comes down this hole and it hits every level. But by the time it gets to like the lower levels, people like no food's left. So the top level people get like all the food, and like every month you switch levels. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy as fuck. It's crazy.
I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look.
Lady shitted on a guy, right?
Yeah.
What
That
the?
shit was hilarious.
What
Yeah.
shit? What?
He said he shit
That
on
shit
her.
was hilarious.
Shit it up.
He
That's
shit.
fucking wild.
Wait, what?
Literally
Dude, was this a
shit
movie
off
or
the
a German
platform onto
Scheisse
another
video, man? I
platform.
mean, what the fuck?
Wait, the guy was shitting on the platform?
You know what's so good about the movie?
No,
It's
it
not
was a
even in
lady that
English.
was on the upper It was a
Wait,
lady
wait,
on
wait.
the upper platform.
What?
It was
It
a
was a
lady
lady
on the
on the upper
and she was shitting.
platform. Yeah, and the guy,
Was she a pigeon?
yeah, and the guy was trying to get up. He was trying to get up to her platform where all the food was at or whatever. She up there
So he
eating,
had a
getting her
rope.
stomach
Oh yeah, that's
full.
the
He
thing.
had a rope. He had a rope and trying to climb up it. She pulled her ass out and just shit right down in his face. He fell in his face. He said, "Bitch, shit on me." That shit was hilarious.
Hey,
What the
Hilarious.
this
fuck?
don't sound like no movie. This sounds like a German Scheisse video, man. What the fuck?
Oh,
So the
That's
premise is
nasty
like
as fuck.
they take all these different people and they basically say, all right, if you spend 2 months in this prison, we will give you whatever it is you want. Some people go in, they need like a lung or they need a degree or whatever it is. But it's like, all right, if you survive this 2 months, you'll be able to do it. But you can come in with one item and everyone picks a different item. So
Toilet paper.
that guy that chose a rope, he tried to get up to the next level. And people above him, yeah, they shot him in his face.
A mouthful of shit.
yo.
I'm gonna watch it just for that, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god.
That shit was
am I,
hilarious.
bro.
So I ain't gonna front the acting on that
He was
scene.
so
Like Buddy really sold
he was so
I want to know
That
what
lady
that
needs
lady's
fucking
face
a
looked
pack of
like when
baby
she's doing
wipes.
it.
Bro, I ain't going front. If
after
they actually, they don't actually show her ass.
yeah, they
Nah,
show it, dude.
they show it
Out her
dropping.
asshole. They show it. Yes. And that's so
It's like they
crazy.
do the
When,
Chappelle
when,
shit where they melt
when
it
it,
like a Snickers and it's just smack
Drew,
it.
get the dude wipes.
Okay, then
yeah, what's
I'm
funny?
definitely watching that shit, and I'm watching
Yeah.
it just for that.
After the shit hit
Nah,
him
it's
and he
deep
fell
as
off the
fuck
rope
though.
and
It's
fell on
deep
the
as shit.
floor, he was on the floor rolling around, pissed off. The bitch shit on me. She shit on me. He was mad as fuck.
Oh shit, bro! I don't
Fig,
know.
what the hell you watching, bro?
Yo, that's like that part in
I'm
Obsession when
telling you,
the bitch got mad and threw up on him. I take this gun and stick it in my pussy, bitch! And the
What?
vomit, yo, this shit is lit, bro. Me and my kids laugh so hard at that.
Man, that's just some nasty ass shit, man.
The bitch
Fuck.
threw up all over his face.
What?
You know, that's why I watched the Human Centipede. It's like, so you got a bunch
Yo,
of
that
people
movie
who
was
mouth
crazy.
attached to somebody asshole.
Ass to mouth. That's crazy.
Yo,
Well, you
that's
gotta be a
fuck-
depraved person to write that script, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
big
you gotta be
time.
high on some shit, bro. You gotta be high on some shit. Now, look, man, I'm fucking going to sleep because I gotta watch this bitch butthole shit on this guy. What's the It's called Platform. I'm about to look that shit up right now. I'll holler at y'all
Good night,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Peace.
All right, fellas.